Yeah, I'll need a slush, like a strawberry slush.
Strawberry slush?
Yeah,
Sure, what size?
small.
Small strawberry slush. Anything else for you?
That's all, thanks. Oh, hello again. Welcome to this incomplete series of videos for project managers. Today we will look at how to create a steering committee slide pack. But as always, I'd like to pause for an HSSC moment. It's known to be of good health to be outside for at least 120 minutes a week. But I also want to share something that's came up recently, just in the last few days. There were some scientists in the Arctic that found about 10,000 particles per liter of ice, 10,000 particles of rubber and plastic in the ice. That's pretty shocking. It's a pristine area where you would think everything is pure, but apparently plastic and rubber has made its way into the atmosphere and into the clouds where it snows down and in this remote area. So, ice like this, you wouldn't think would have plastic or rubber in it. This probably has more with all the artificial coloring and ingredients, but it's just another reason to think about your projects and the effects it has on the environment. I know it's not an easy problem. There's plastics and rubber everywhere, in this cup I'm holding, in the device I'm using to record this video, probably in the clothing I'm wearing. So we're just addicted to plastics and rubber. So just to keep in mind that we want to keep nature as much as possible, keep this environment as healthy as can be, and think about the effect, the footprint you have, carbon footprint you have with your projects. All right, well, let's go inside and take a look at how to create steering committee slides. Okay, back inside after the slush break. I don't think that red ice was a good example of ice or snow falling in the Arctic, but anyway, we're here in PowerPoint, the standard tool for any presentation. The purists may say, well, the best presentation ever doesn't need any slides, but in the real world, some folks can't really join every meeting, so you need slides to hand out to people, and even before the meeting, so they can know what's going on. For this example, we've chosen a template or a slide master with a particular theme, but you would choose colors as appropriate. We've got Project XYZ, the normal steering committee slide pack title, name. You may place a logo next to the project name or in the middle of the blue design there. All right, we're going into creation of the next slide. And so the typical agenda is, as you see here, HSSE is always a high priority, especially in kind of the oil and gas or manufacturing companies. They place a high value on the agenda. So HSSE current status, project dashboard, key risks, support required, plan on a page, and finances. So here we're now in the third slide within the HSSE slide. Each company may have their own flavor of HSSE. You can mention, safe place to. You need to be at a safe place to be during the call, etc. Maybe a website with the HSSE company information there, and maybe some more pictures at the bottom that they use to denote safety at your company. All right, the next slide. The meat of the slide pack is really the current status. Folks, different stakeholders want to know where the project is. Again, keep it simple. Just a few bullets in the next steps as well. Just 2 or 3 things that you're working on. The following project dashboard, and it's a standard way of showing in high level where each of these areas are at in your project. There we show you how to create that chart. You can pause the video and see where I got that chart from the chart menu. So the top row will say, area, whether it's delivery, confidence, scope, governance, different efforts within the project. The RAG status is another standard way. RAG meaning red, amber, green. So like a traffic light signal. Green meaning everything is good. Amber, there are some things to take care of, and red would be a kind of a showstopper or high issues there. So we'll type in quickly examples of status for each of these. And once you color code it, you can use these slides in whether it's monthly or bi-weekly or weekly, and you just take the same presentation and change the color to the current week status. Next slide, key project risks. This is another one of the standard things that we as project managers have to keep in a log, the risk log, and show what is just high risks. So again, we'll take that same method of creating the chart in PowerPoint. It could also come maybe as a screenshot from maybe an Excel spreadsheet that you keep your logs in, and you would just screenshot it into the presentation. But sometimes the PowerPoint charts look pretty neat, and they're pretty easy to create. Okay, almost done there. Making it look pretty. You want to standardize your margins. That's the devil is in the details. People will know you care about the project. Making the slides as neat as possible. The next is a plan on a page. Got a separate video showing on how to create this. We used Excel. So for this one, we'll just take a screenshot of it and cut and paste it into our presentation here. Size it as appropriate, And in a second here, we'll place kind of a red dotted line showing what week we're in. And you can keep that separate so that each week you update the you move that arrow along instead of having to cut and paste the whole table with an arrow. Just move the arrow to the next week. All right, project finance, again, same method of creating the chart. We'll show allocation, how much the project was given, but how much was approved for this particular effort. Actuals year to date, YTD is year to date. The latest estimate is each week you'll see what you've spent, and are you projected to still spend $160,000, for example. All right, last slide is really the conclusion. Usually maybe a company logo is good enough, maybe a thank you. And after that, a couple of slides as backup if you need them. You'll take it from your project charter, show objectives and project scope maybe, and org chart. So here's a summary of your slides. Looks pretty neat, ready to go. This took about over 20 minutes. That's about it. Hope this helps. Oh, here we go with the blooper reel.
All right, thank you. Oh, hey.
Pretending we're ordering. Actually, it was a real order of a slush. But, oh, it's so bright outside. Can't think straight. My brain is frying. I think we may have to do this one again.
Steering committee slides.
I don't know. Trying to act cool, but no, this is not a good place. This guy's looking at me weird. I'm trying to film. Oh, my head doesn't feel good. Brain freeze! I'm serious, that was a serious brain freeze. Ouch.